Hello and welcome to another episode of Time with Don, Don's Time. We talked about the chronographs yesterday, and now we're going to talk about my next favorite complication, which is the GMT function. The GMT function. Basically, what does that mean? It's a way for you to tell time in different time zones. Now, Rolex was the first one that invented the modern interpretation of a GMT watch. What does that essentially mean? Well, Rolex invented this for pilots, and they added a fourth hand. A fourth hand was essentially this guy right here. That hand is basically the home time where you live. You set the hours essentially to where you want to go, and where your new time is going to be in. And the way you set the hours is when you go fly into your new time zone, there's a quick set that allows you to pull out the crown halfway and set the hour to the new time zone. Okay? So right now in New Jersey, it's about 10:54, almost 10:55. Okay? And if I wanted to know the time in a third time zone, I would rotate the bezel, and I would also change my hour on the regular hand to where my new time zone is. So what does that mean? Well, if I move, let's just say I wanted to tell the time right now in England. Okay? So to tell a second time zone, we'll start with a second time zone before we go to a third. We'll move this 5 stops to the left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Because England's 5 hours ahead of me. So it's almost 16. So it's almost 4 o'clock in England. Okay? So it's currently 3:55 right now. 3:55 in England, where Simon Crane is. Okay? Now, if I wanted to fly to Switzerland, I could keep my home time on the green arrow, and I could just move the hour hand 5 hours ahead by pulling out the crown halfway. Let's see if I can demonstrate this. One moment, please. It's hard to do that and hold the camera at the same time. Okay. So now I've moved the crown halfway out. We can move the hour hand ahead. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Now it is basically almost 5 o'clock in Switzerland, almost 4 o'clock in England, and where we are right now in the United States, it is almost 11 o'clock. So that's how you can tell 3 different time zones with the arrow, the hour hand, and the bezel, and adjust accordingly. And if I wanted to be anal and just see what time it is at my home time, I move this back 5 stops. And I can see that right now, it's almost 11 o'clock. See, 10, 11, 12. So that's how you can tell the different time zones with your GMT watch very easily. And a lot of people don't know how to use the GMT functions. And I wanted to make sure if you're going ahead, you want to rotate the bezel counterclockwise. If you're going behind, you want to rotate your bezel clockwise. So turn left to go ahead, turn right to go backwards. Okay? So now I'm just going to set the hour hand back to my time in the United States. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And now the time is set back to my home time. The arrow is still set on home time, and everything is now in sync. So this is why this was the most useful watch on the universe for pilots. In a lot of ways, it's more useful than a cell phone. The GMT complication that does it this way was invented by Rolex. That's why I wanted this watch. I wanted the inventors, the history, and I also like the way this watch looked, the build quality of the 3186 movement. It's a beautiful movement. It's very well made. And that's why the GMT is such an important function for people that travel a lot and also have friends in different countries. Like I have friends in England. Well, kind of. I'm kidding, Simon. I also have a couple other buddies there too, so it's not just you. like basically Craig Teal Jones and Laura David and those guys. I'm going to give a shout out to you guys. I also have friends in Australia from Greg Kinda, and a guy named Paul, and a couple other people as well. And I also have friends in Canada from Andy Hunter, and all over the world I have buddies. And I also have a friend in the Netherlands from Guido Pelagros. Guido Pelagros, we love you, man. So these are my shout outs all over the world, and my GMT watch can help me keep track of everybody. Time with Don, Don's time. Tell me what you think of the GMT function. Cheerio, cheers, Donnie out.